So we got full self-driving beta 10.6 today, but it's snowing out.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Do what?
Inching. That's not me. Go, and go.
Here disengagements. See, what did I tell you? Whoa, okay. All right. Hey. It's oh my God.
Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
And you're watching In Depth.
On Now You Know. Now what are you doing? We're about to start the show.
I'm trying to understand how robots work.
Let me get this straight. You're trying to understand how robots work by acting like a robot?
Affirmative. If I want to be Tesla at making robots, I will need to understand how they work better than Elon can.
I'm pretty sure two things. Number one, you're crazy. Number two, if you really want to start learning about robots, you should take some courses on Brilliant, today's sponsor.
I tried that, but when I went to log in, I couldn't.
You couldn't log into your account? You forget your password?
I don't forget anything. I knew the password, but I couldn't get past the CAPTCHA.
You just click the box that says, I'm not a robot.
But I am a robot.
Brilliant teaches over 60 different courses in really easy to understand ways. Over 10 million people have learned from Brilliant.
Oh, wow. There's a course here on logic and applied computers. This is just what I need.
Yeah, and with Brilliant's interactive problems and hints, you're actually learning at your pace in a way that sticks in your brain.
Yeah, I love Brilliant storytelling. It works for me.
To support our channel and learn more about Brilliant, go to brilliant.org/nowyouknow and sign up for free.
And also, the first 200 people that go to that link will get 20% off the annual premium subscription.
But that offer is only valid for human beings.
Affirmative. So if you didn't know, we're sponsored by Henson Shaving, all because their CEO, Daniel, watches this show.
He loves first principles problem solving. It's what led him to solving shaving.
And it's what led him to running his business like Elon. Henson Shaving is competing with an entrenched market. Instead of trying to be like them, selling you the same old stuff that is only there to make a profit off you week in, week out, Henson Shaving simply tried to make the best shaver. If you buy one of their products, there's a good chance you'll never need to buy one again.
And Henson has a special offer to Now You Know viewers. Use the code NowYouKnow at checkout and get a box of 100 blades for free. That's hensonshaving.com.
All right, so FSD Beta wide release came out only in the US.
And it came out halfway through the year when most of the country was having moderate weather.
Now that New England is getting one of its first snowfalls,
let's see what it can do in the snow.
And let's pick up Steven and get his take on it too.
So as you can see, we chose the first snowy day of the season up here. We had to drive up to New Hampshire to get some decent snow. We're gonna be testing out full self-driving. Let's check it out.
All right, we got flakes. Let's do it.
All right, so yeah, the road conditions they're not great, but they're not horrible.
Right.
To our Canadian and Midwestern viewers, yeah, like I know this isn't the worst snow.
Oh, it almost had it. There we go.
Okay.
It's got many different routes it wants to do.
Please go. You do have to go.
No,
give it the gas.
I'm not. I'm letting it do what it wants to do. It wants to sit here.
Please give it the gas.
All right.
God. Oh, goodness.
We're off to a good start, Tess. All right.
That's the blinker.
Yeah.
Off to a great start.
All right. Here we go. One disengagement, and we're not out of the parking lot.
Happy 16th birthday, Tess.
All right.
Stop sign.
Waiting for the car.
Over the line, I'd say.
Yeah, that's over the line.
Definitely. There's a lot of cross traffic.
Yeah,
they do not have a stop, so this sucks.
Very tricky. Wait for the pickup trucks, Tess. Oh, this guy's turning. They're both turning.
They're both turning.
So you could go now, Tess.
Nope.
You could go now. But you're being cautious. I get it. How about after these two cars?
After these two
yeah,
cars.
Inching. That's not me. Go. Go. You can do it. What are you saying?
Full self-driving may be degraded. Poor weather detected.
It's been 5 minutes.
At least it's telling us.
it's being honest.
All right.
It says
Easy
navigate
turn.
on autopilot is...
Easy turn.
Okay, easy turn.
That's no problem.
Woo! Whoa, okay.
If you could feel the butt action there, you would...
Sticking close to the right-hand lane. Because it's like a big merge for whatever reason. We have it set to 40. It's slowly inching up to 40. It keeps telling us poor weather detected. It's good that it knows.
Yeah.
Because maybe that would change its driving dynamic.
I mean, that's how us humans do it, right? If
Right.
it's bad weather, we drive a little bit more timidly.
Now we do have a left-hand turn coming up.
Okay, so maybe a good time to get over, Tess.
Good time to get over in the left lane. The left lane.
He's giving you a hint.
We don't need this one. We just
You
need the next one. That would be great. No one's really behind us. Oh, hey. Oh, hi.
I'm behind you.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Tess, now would be a good time.
The left lane would be the lane that we want.
Oh, it's trying.
Would you take over? Well, and maybe slow down? Maybe slow down?
That's really fast, Tess.
Poor weather. All right, so one disengagement
All right.
on the road. I guess this is technically our second.
It would never, we would have been over there. There's no
Yeah.
way we would have made this left.
Are they both
I'm
left
surprised.
hand
It's usually fairly okay. I mean, maybe it might be a little bit late, but that was too late.
Yeah.
Go
All right.
green.
Go, go, go. Go.
Wow, that is lethargic.
Whoa.
Way.
Hey.
Little steering force.
Yeah.
There you go. Good.
Uh,
Slow.
We can, come on.
Slow on the acceleration.
I mean, maybe it's for safety?
I think I'm noticing that every time it does a windshield wipe, it loses confidence in the edge of the road.
Interesting.
Not every single one of them. Ooh, slowing down quite a bit
That
there.
was, what was that called?
Whimsical
Hesitation?
hesitation. Something.
Do you see the stop sign, Tess? Nice.
I mean, it's flashing. It has LED lights on it.
I think all stop signs should do that. Little solar panel, you know, be super safe. All right, this is a pretty tricky intersection. Looks like it's a four-way stop.
Four-way
and
stop.
It handled okay, but it did go really slowly.
Really slowly.
You're just a target there, Tess.
I mean, compared to Lowell, how's it doing?
Well, obviously better. I mean, there's lines. There's
Should get rid of
reasonable drivers.
Yeah.
You know, so yes,
It's true.
Less distance between intersections, less double park cars. So yeah, it's doing better.
Okay.
What I'm most interested in seeing today is whether Jesse will just take over faster than I do. Like, as we saw last time, what was it? I had 4 takeovers. Jesse had like what, 17?
Look,
22?
you were driving into Lowell, right? And then as soon as we got into Lowell, that's when all the things happened. And then when I was in Lowell, I was in Lowell the whole time. And I was like, hey, I know you want to know a real bad intersection? Let me tell you. So that's why.
So that's your excuse. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see. I did bring a my daughter's whatever that's called for my wrist, so that I can
Fitbit?
see my heart rate, not my blood pressure, but my heart rate this
Okay.
time. My resting last night was 74 BPM, and so we can check it during the day. In fact, I should check it now, right? Just see what we're.
Well, not well. It's no. You have to
79,
pay attention.
79.
You have to
So
pay
I'm-
attention.
I'm very relaxed. Well, you can see
Wow.
how relaxed
Okay.
I am. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I know that Tessa's going to be able to handle this
Yeah,
stuff.
keep your hands on the wheel.
It's kind of like when you have a 16-year-old in the car and you're like, oh, I know they know this route.
Keep
you know?
your hands on the wheel, though.
But Jesse's nervous. You
They-
can see that he's.
Yeah, Tess has already tried to pull us off the road at one point.
Sure.
During our drive up here. So.
But I had so many people in the comments who were like, you don't have to hover your hands over the wheel. You should either hold the wheel.
Yeah.
Or you
Be
should
very
do like
ready to
Steven
grab
does
it.
and drive with your foot or something. You know.
Jesus, take the.
I'm not putting my hands on the wheel just so you as the viewer can see the wheel doing more stuff and you know that like I'm not helping. But I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. So FSD beta came out in the summer, just in United
America,
States,
right, yeah.
not even in Canada,
Right.
And so there really hasn't been much opportunity to see it in snow up until now, right? I mean, because unless you were in like I don't know, where has it snowed so far? Minnesota or Oregon, maybe?
Right.
Yeah, Portland.
So like this might be one of the first times that we're really getting to test it in the snow, and I'm
Right.
sorry it's not as snowy as we wanted,
Right.
But we drove to a different state just to get more snow for you.
I mean, we did talk to our snow guy, but yeah, apparently this is as good as we get. Actually, I'm curious if it's going to accelerate once it gets onto this new road.
Okay, we got a sharp right here, which should be very interesting to see.
Okay. Slow down quite a bit early. There is technically a crosswalk. So we pulled very slowly over the crosswalk. We're approaching the stop. There is hover over the brake. Okay, pickup truck. Pickup truck's gone. Now would be a great time.
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
Really too wide.
Whoa, and a lot of acceleration at the end.
Great. I mean, other than being too wide and waiting too long, it was pretty good. I mean, that's just like a 16-year-old.
Better
Sure.
than I expected, though.
So, I mean, I want to... Going slow at the beginning, only to make up for it with acceleration, feels really weird. But maybe it's not a bad strategy. Because pulling forward slowly lets you get to see as much as you can while being able to stop kind of in the intersection, not fully in the intersection, avoidable, I would say. So if you're like, oh, I made the wrong call, you could slam on your brakes, stop.
That's a good point.
And then someone could swerve around you, beep at you, probably wouldn't hit you, as opposed to, let's go, and probably getting hit.
Right.
Like, because if you made the same error, instead of the person swerving around you, they just slam into you.
Right.
So I can see how that could be a viable strategy.
Now, if you would shoot out the back for a second and show that BMW, this is a case where it is dangerous to be an FSD because you've got someone behind you who thinks you should be going faster, and we're doing that whimsical hesitation every now and then, and so this can piss off
Yeah, they're not having
drivers
it.
behind you.
Nicely done. Let that car go.
So, a little faster.
We should be
A little
going.
faster, a little faster, a little faster. See, this is bad.
That's way too slow.
Just to be going 11
Right.
in an intersection when and then what is this? See, again, you can't feel this on the video. You're just
Right.
like, what are they talking about? But that was just such slow acceleration through a very dangerous intersection.
Right. And now the Beamer was like on our tail. He went just straight through the
And then
stop
another
sign.
whimsical hesitation, which
Right.
pissed him off.
Right. So,
Yeah, so we're not going to make any friends today.
no.
And this is where we need that bumper sticker. So, Bobby, you got to make that bumper sticker for us that says,
it's too slow.
student, student driver, whimsical hesitations to be expected.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're making a left here. And the Beamer's going to be happy about that.
So, nothing coming. Now would be great.
Go. That was great.
perfect.
That was great.
I would say that was excellent.
Very good.
I mean, I'd take it a little bit faster, but that's just me. I
was-
think that was a very safe speed to
Yep.
take it at.
Excellent.
The acceleration out of that turn, though, really slow.
Very lethargic. Also, my right foot's getting tired. I didn't realize
hovering.
that you're hovering takes
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our first leg. So far, only 2 disengagements, right? Fairly simple roads, but it did have that problem of getting over to the left.
Yeah, and the thing that kind of bugged me about that was I could understand if there were, cars driving next to us and it can't get into the left lane. We didn't have that problem. The road was completely empty. At any point, it could have gotten over into the left lane, even at the very end. Like, there was still time to what we did.
Yeah, it didn't even put on its blinker. It does seem like there are times when 2 parts of the software are not connected properly. It doesn't always happen, but it's kind of when you least expect the problem. It's like FSD forgot where you're going sometimes.
I think it all comes down to the lane system. Whatever the lane neural net is, it's a very chill neural net. And it's like, oh man, you wanted to get into the left lane? Oh, it totally sucks, dude. I was a little distracted. I don't know really what happened, but sorry, dude, you're just not in the right lane.
Well, let's see how it does with you behind the wheel. I wonder if you'll disengage more than I did, because in the last video, our disengagement ratio was a bit skewed.
Yeah, it's because we drove into lull.
Okay, so I'm just going to start us off. Here we go.
Let's see how long it takes.
Well,
I got what I wanted.
This is what you wanted. It's taking it nice. Ooh, that was a little tight.
But it did it.
Yeah, I usually like to give a door width on parked cars just because people don't look and they open their doors and I don't want to hit their doors.
Good job, Jesse. Not taking it out.
All right, so here we're coming up at a stop sign. Unprotected left. Stops well behind. It's creeping forward.
Clear on the right.
That's fine. I'd love to go.
Go,
That
go,
could
go,
kill us.
go.
Oh, what the f***
was scary.
Look, there's a crest in the road. See this crest right here? Point the camera. See this crest? Anything could have been zipping over that crest at 50 miles an hour and would have definitely hit us. So being in the intersection for longer than you have to is not a good idea. Not something that I would recommend doing. Okay.
Clear on the right.
Clear on the left. Good.
All right, not bad.
Good.
Not bad.
I like the better acceleration through that one.
And we are in average, not aggressive.
True.
So, I mean, if you don't like that, we could switch it.
Eh. I mean, I like not having to worry that it's going to slam into something, as opposed to have something else slam into it. Stop, taking a right. Good.
Ooh, pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah. A little more acceleration
Pretty
right there.
good.
Perfect. I would say that one, I'd rate, if I had to rate that one, that would be an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, B plus right there. Steven, how do you think it's doing?
Feels pretty normal, I'd say. No different from being in the car with Jesse as normal.
Oh, give me a break.
Oh!
No, it's obviously there's inconsistencies in parts where it's just going slower than it should or faster than.
This is a weird left. Yeah. So hard to see on the right. They have a stop on the left.
Whoa.
That was great. That was great.
That was an A. He has a cannon on his lawn.
That's nice.
I think it's actually legal to own a cannon. A working cannon.
Really?
I think it is. Don't quote me on that.
I'd like one.
Do not quote
In
me.
which state?
I think it's like all states because it's just so hard to.
This is New Hampshire. It's live
You
free
cap
or die. guys.
any pipe and it's a cannon. So
Any pipe.
that's a hard thing to.
That's
Let's
true.
put a disclaimer on the screen.
No, yeah, if you have just a PVC pipe and a base, you can launch a firework out of it.
Right.
So it's very true.
Yeah, I mean it's
Anything's a cannon if you're brave enough.
pretty hard to regulate.
Bobby, we need a t-shirt with that on it.
Some really twisty turns.
This is a great road.
Yeah, it really handled that really well. I'm very happy with this. I mean, this is so night and day
Little
compared
fast.
to driving through Lowell. That was a little fast, but I can
little fast. Oh.
Felt a little wide.
Yeah,
But
these are wide turns.
It didn't scare me to the point where I was about to take it out. Okay, so it did a weird steering wheel thing.
Oh, will it hit a squirrel?
Ooh, missed the squirrel. That was good squirreling.
It's a vegan car.
But I've had, what, 0 disengagements?
Yeah, you do pretty good.
Really proud of you, Jesse.
0 disengagements? See, what did I tell you? Whoa, okay, all right. Hey. Watch it.
Oh, what are we doing here?
Okay, right-hand turn, stop sign.
All right.
Not a 90 degree. We're stopping way,
So this
slowing
is tricky
way
for the
early.
car because it can't see what I'm seeing very well.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it does have the B pillar.
We should
Go,
be.
go, go. See there, 9
I
miles
would
an hour.
love to give it a little bit more juice.
Yeah.
Now it picks up.
Picks up late.
It's like, oh, I have made it through the intersection.
We lived.
It's like it closes its eyes and then it makes it through and it's like, I did it! Oh boy! Okay. Stand to the left. Oh, I
Took it out.
didn't mean to. It was just being really weird with that off ramp.
So we won't count that as disengagement.
I don't know. I mean, give it maybe a half.
A half disengagement.
Yeah, because it was being really weird.
I think you just took it out.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think
I
it
really wasn't trying to take it out.
No, I know, but I don't
was
think it was
just
its-
holding it.
I think it would have
Yeah, I
done
wasn't
fine.
cleaning it and it went off.
It was going off in the wrong direction. I was just holding it in it. Because sometimes
Yeah.
you have to do a heavy disengagement. Other times it's really light. So I think that it might have something to do with its confidence. Yeah, maybe it's when it's feeling more confident, it doesn't want to let you pull it out. When it's feeling like, I don't know where I should be, it's like, oh, thank goodness you take over here.
Okay, at the end of that little speech, what is it? Was it a disengagement or not?
Half a disengagement.
No, it's either in or out. Which one?
Okay, disengagement then.
Okay.
like it's gonna need to take this left.
Oh, this looks tricky.
So they have a stop sign. It's slowing down.
Oh, good.
Pretty
all right.
good.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that
so
wasn't bad at all.
it had a pretty uncomfortable slowdown earlier on.
It's still pretty good though.
Yeah,
He was waiting to see what that
Assessing
car
an
was going to do.
unmarked road.
Yeah.
That had a car approaching.
Yeah.
I give it credit for that.
Okay, so now we're at the stop sign.
Would be a good time, but there's a truck. Oh, Jesse takes over.
Sorry, I didn't want to be stuck in the intersection with the white pickup truck coming the other way.
If it had been a red pickup truck, he would have let it go.
Probably.
Look at this little quaint downtown.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, didn't want to take it in. That doesn't count. There we go. Okay, we want to be in the right lane. It is confusing. Yeah, that's a reasonable thing. I think some drivers would do that. Okay, then we have to take this left. No stop sign or anything. No
Oh.
lines or anything.
Oh.
Really heavy
Did
braking.
well.
Really heavy braking there.
Wow.
Whoa, and go, go, go!
I mean,
That was a little slow. It had the time, so I'm not gonna...
it cut it fast and then it went slow, but it did do it.
It did do it.
Okay, so you also had 2 disengagements.
I would argue I only had one intentional disengagement.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sometimes when there are no lines or the lane just suddenly gets 10 feet wider, the car goes like, what do I do? What do I do? I had my hand on the wheel just to make sure that it wasn't going to spin off off the road.
Right.
I don't think it was going to do that. It just kind of gave a little bit of an input. I was holding onto the wheel, and that
Just pulled it out.
inertia of me holding on pulled it out. So I didn't mean to do that disengagement.
But I mean, aside from that, I thought it did really well. I mean, there weren't a lot of intersections, so maybe you didn't have like a fair judging of the system. I don't know. What do you think?
There weren't that many very complicated intersections, as in we didn't run into that much traffic. We came upon a stop sign kind of in an ideal sense. There's no other cars, so take your time. You could go at any point. And it handled those fairly well. That first left that we took where it wasn't taking into consideration the crest, I thought showed a little bit of weakness, that it should be anticipating like, what are the chances that a car is going to come upon me stuck in the middle of this intersection, basically with your pants down.
That was a common problem. It seemed very slow at first through an intersection, and then it sped up at the tail end, which is kind of almost the opposite of what I want.
Yeah.
Get through it quick, and then you can slow down.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it would kind of accelerate out of the intersection, but sometimes it was just slow and lethargic the whole way through, and then it slowly went up to the speed limit. A little bit too slow for my liking. Maybe this is more of an Arizona type speed or something like that, but I don't know. Maybe it's a New England thing, but we get up to the speed limit,
All right, let's see how Steven does. All right, so we've got a change of driver. Well, change of passenger driver. What do we call you?
Observer. Operator.
Yeah, something like that, right? We going this way?
Yes.
Jeez.
Rough. They're like Massachusetts drivers.
There we go. Oh, look, it goes automatically and throws its directional on right away. That was peculiar.
Oh, really?
Allegedly. Did anybody...
Whoa, wrong lane, dude.
Whoa, whoa,
Bro, what
Oh,
the hell is that?
That was like, I could have curbed that. This hand, it might not have looked it, but this hand was ready to just grab that wheel. I keep my poker face on.
Oh, that was butt clenching as well.
Yeah, I had a cheek fold in. Like, what the heck? That was good.
Oh, that was heavy brake.
Oh, I don't know if you felt that, but we
That
just came
was
to a phantom
gut-wrenching
brake.
Stop. That
Yeah,
was-
25 feet before the stop sign, too.
I mean, I think it was because that car was taking that turn, but it was in its lane. Like, it wasn't doing anything wrong.
So now we should go because this guy's blinking, but it doesn't.
Nah.
Doesn't trust it. Hey,
Okay.
don't trust blinkers, you know?
Okay.
Okay, now we
go.
It's going.
Go.
It's going. It's creeping. Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
whoa.
fast at the end.
Very spirited.
Touch the wheel. There we are.
So it's supposed to take a left.
Wow.
Oh.
Should be in this lane.
Oh,
No,
God.
not sure.
Oh.
That guy's hating life. I'm letting it do its thing. It's gonna hit that car. That's, yeah, right over the line. So we don't have a GoPro on the outside to have seen how much it cut over the corner.
No, we got a GoPro here.
So I mean,
but-
even your perspectives are a little skewed from mine of seeing that we were over that line.
Right.
That person was probably like,
Right.
what's the meaning of this?
Right.
And I mean, I just gotta say, this is why it's great to have other drivers. Jesse and I probably would have pulled it out.
Oh yeah,
Steven
it's
just
cool that it went through. Wow.
no, but I mean,
Yeah.
now we know how it did it. Whereas before, when we would have pulled it out early and not known. Steven let it go, which is great because now we have the data.
Great.
Just like
How you
breaking a
doing,
sweat
Jess?
back there.
I'm not mad at you,
Great.
but I'm just
No,
like,
yeah, of
Thank you
course.
for having the balls
No.
to not take over.
Know that my hand is always ready to. My reaction time is pretty good on that.
Interesting thing I want to point out to the viewer, I tried to shut off the windshield wiper, and it says that you cannot because we're in autopilot. So that's interesting.
You can set it to auto. That would be as close to off
Right.
as you can get it.
Right.
Yeah. Can you deny the improvements that have been made to the vehicle? Like, it's phenomenal. It really is.
Yeah.
It's come a long way, and it's interesting for people that are just getting to be the new.
Speaking of
What? Oh, go. It's at the destination. You have to
go.
You have to go.
That was the destination, then, right there. I mean, again, breaking
Actually,
30
maybe
feet before the.
It might be a setting. Oh wow.
What is this?
I'm
The
gonna let
stop sign is there.
Yeah, this person's very upset.
Yeah.
Put the camera on the back.
Steven, what do I
Steven,
do?
let's go.
Go.
Let's just take it over. This is a disengagement.
I don't want. This is not a disengagement. You.
Did it go?
Huh? No, I'm. It's. Oh my God!
Please, Lord, please.
Wow! No, let it do it. Let it do it.
God.
Look at it go.
Man,
Please,
Steven
Lord.
is the best beta driver you're ever gonna have, Tesla, because he will let it do whatever it wants to do.
Oh, that.
Oh, let me check my heart rate now.
Yeah, there you go.
80. Went
you
up. Went up 10 points.
Yeah, gentlemen, when you've stared death in the face
Oh,
enough
fuck.
times.
Oh!
Yeah! I
Wow!
liked that one.
That's how you
That's
do
what
it.
you have to do.
Yes.
Yes.
That one was like a little like, all right, I heard you. Car's a sentient being.
Wow.
It was
I
upset.
mean, for the number of times that it's like it's just crawled through an intersection, and then there it was like, I got this, guys. What the frick?
Yeah, it was
your
pretty-
speed is low.
Yeah, we're getting overtaken.
Oh wow.
Whoa!
I love how the car was just like,
Yeah, it acted kind of like how a human would. It just kind of scooched
that was
over to the
interesting.
right.
that was interesting.
It's a weird intersection.
Oh,
Please.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, please take it.
Let's just see how this goes.
Oh my God.
You gotta know what it's gonna do. You gotta know what
Oh
it's gonna
my
do.
God.
That was.
Steven's the best.
That was.
There's no way Jesse would have let that happen.
I would love to see an overhead map of the car GPS, and it's like plotting this sinuous S. That was a squiggly line.
Glad we have that.
I'm so sorry,
Captured
people
on
of the road.
footage.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. Jesse's nervous.
I've seen this intersection too.
Oh, what is this? What are you doing, Tess? Why are you going around the car?
Baby, please.
Wait.
No.
Wait for the
I hope
car.
nobody has to come this way.
Because
like-
this is not. Doesn't it know that you wait for this guy?
You see, it's interesting because it's got its line of sight. It's like, yeah, oh God. Oh, wow.
Oh crap.
Pucker up, boys.
Oh.
Didn't have the right of way either.
No, it just said,
Sorry.
good luck, everybody else.
Wow.
Oh, let's
I mean-
check the old heartbeats.
So I mean, it definitely broke the law there, right?
Yeah, we could have been pulled over for that. That was a bit much.
Basically, each of us have had a drive in the snow. What would you guys give it for a grade?
I'd give it like I'll give it a 72.
72. Okay, so Steven does not take the car out practically ever, so I don't know if we can use his disengagement data.
I thought there were a bunch of times in this where I thought that I was going to die.
Yeah, you and me both. I mean, I think we both would have taken the car out in times that Steven obviously doesn't. He either has a death wish or he just has much more faith in the car than we do.
And he also doesn't mind bothering other drivers, making them uncomfortable and angry.
Right. I mean, does this mean he would be a good beta tester or a bad beta tester?
It really depends on whether we hit that camera button. I think that I was so focused on just being so joyous that I was still alive that I didn't think to actually say, hey, hit the camera button. Let the car know that it did something wrong.
Let's just remind viewers, when you hit the camera button, that sends, or is supposed to send, a message to Tesla so that they know to look at that point to see what happened. I don't know if they have enough humans to actually do that, but at least
it could at least go into a neural net, which could then try and analyze or suss out something.
So let's talk about the grading for this ride. We rode for about an hour. Steven gave it a 72, a very certain number out of 100. What would you grade it out of 100?
It has to be a failing grade to me.
I was thinking about that too. I at first wanted to say like it did an average job or it did a good job, but the fact that you can't trust it and that there's times when you had to take over because we would have gotten into an accident
and I just want to defend myself here. I think that a lot of people think that you guys are being too negative. Tesla's trying their best, and they are. And I think that this is wonderful. I think that I'm so happy that I have this in my car and that they are working on it. It should be getting failing grades. Okay?
Good point.
It's not there yet. It's simply, if this were a driver test, that person would not get their license.
Good point.
Right? If this was a 16-year-old in a driving test, not get their license. Just because the way that it handles certain intersections. It needs to be better. So I would say I would maybe give it, I don't know, like a 48 for this ride. And you might be saying, 48, Jesse, what? That's so unfair. I think that you'd have to get over your bias of like, well, everyone should pass. It's a robot, first of all.
Right.
And second of all, it did not. They put us in some very dangerous situations.
The promising thing to me is that we know what it's doing wrong. It's a pretty repeatable error that it seems to make, and I feel like that's easily either human programmed, although I don't think that's the way to do it. I think it just needs to learn it, and they probably just haven't got enough data yet, or they haven't focused on it yet.
And I totally
and I'm
think
sure
that
it's
they're
a
gonna
really
get
hard
there.
problem too.
Yeah.
I mean, look, when we as a human look left and right and we see a car, we have so much experience on what that means in terms of timing and so forth. And so maybe the car just doesn't have enough data yet to know like what it means when it sees a car that's this big.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like when I was driving, the one disengagement that I had, it had pulled too far into the intersection. I didn't know what it was going to do. I'm not like Steven, where I'm just going to be like, let's see what happens. Let's see what this white pickup truck is going to do in the snow. But it should know that that's a problem.
Right.
It should know that it should have either sped up or it shouldn't have done that in the first place. It should have waited.
The other thing I want to talk about is that Steven thinks that we could be at full self-driving level 5, which would be, go to sleep in a car in about 2 years. What do you think? I know you don't have a lot of data points.
Oh, of course not. I would say this is amazing. I mean, listen, Zach and I have gone from autopilot version 1 back in 2016, where we drove across the whole country. It was mainly on highways, and it wasn't perfect, but it was so nice. It was such a driver assist feature, and that has given us a bit of experience with driving with the car, where it's driving. So that helps me inform my opinion of it.
And I do want to be clear, there's some people who put in the comments, I don't think you're getting this. Full self-driving beta is not autopilot.
And it's not full self-driving.
Right.
It's beta. So for
Right.
and for the people who are like, see, you wasted $10,000. No. This would be like if you're halfway done building a cathedral and you're like, see, 20,000 florins wasted. Like, that's not the point. Like, how are you going to pray to your God in that? Like, that's not what we're
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a
No.
really good point. Many people aren't used to beta software, and they're not used to beta software testing. Beta software means there's still bugs in it, and it's going to crash every now and then. I mean, I'm talking computer crash, and that's not fun. You're in the middle of a game or an application, and all of a sudden, blue screen of death or something, and that means that you're just mad, right? Just ruined your whole hour of playing. Here, when it crashes, it literally means it could crash because it's not ready yet. So that you get mad, and we get mad when it doesn't do well. But if you step back and you look at it and you know that this is beta software, that's, I think, the part where a lot of us are having trouble wrapping our heads around it, that it's okay that it's having trouble because it's in the testing phase. It's learning. And I think it is amazing that Elon has figured out a way to get us, almost like Tom Sawyer did, to beg to test the car for free and give him all our data. He didn't pay us. And we're going out there every day and doing all this testing like this, which is helping the company.
Right. And that doesn't mean that he's a bad person. I think
No.
that a lot of people want to then, be like, see, Tesla's evil because they're making... No, I mean, this technology has the ability to convenience the lives of people who are disabled, who can't drive cars. This has the ability to enable people who simply are too young to drive a car. This has the
Too
ability...
old to drive a car.
Too old to drive a car. People, it could save people's lives.
It will save people's
It
lives.
will save thousands and thousands of lives if it can drive even a fraction of a percent better than a human. The advantages are so big that that's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, I mean, when the car finally kind of caught on in the United States, we were killing 50,000 people a year on the roads. We've since then pulled the number down to around 30,000 because we've made cars safer with airbags and so forth. But we're still killing a lot of people every day on the roads. We put up with it because we've all learned that that's just life. Why is it just life? The fact that Elon's out there trying to make that number 0 is so amazing. He's going to change the lives of so many people. I mean, if we talk the world, 1 million people die on the road every year.
And I think that having a currently failing grade to a beta full self-driving system is completely acceptable at this point.
Yeah.
I think that it's wonderful that they're actually testing it in the fastest way that you could possibly test it.
And I want to go back to, we tested it in the snow and it didn't disengage because of the snow. Now, was it the biggest snowstorm, nor'easter? No, but it was snowing the entire time. And I kind of thought early in our trip when we saw that little warning come up that we're like, oh no, in a few minutes, there'll be no way it drives, but it kept driving.
Yes.
And that's pretty amazing because we're talking snowy conditions, windshield wipers going, not perfect visibility, and it did a great job.
And I want to talk about infrastructure for a minute. I want to talk about driving infrastructure. When we were developing the car, this country was huge and it was very underpopulated compared to what it is now. I mean cities, and I also mean rural areas. And so to create a system of a stoplight was very complex and very expensive back then. It's still fairly expensive now, mainly because we're using legacy software and all that stuff. So putting up a sign that says stop, way cheaper, right? The problem with that is that it does rely on a human, and it is not perfect. I'm sure you come to four-way stops all the time, and someone goes who was not supposed to go. They're riding the back and tail of somebody else. It's not a perfect system, let's be clear. So now we're saying to a computer, hey, here's a bunch of flawed people with a flawed infrastructure system.
Right.
Do your best. Good luck.
Right.
Of course it's going to fail sometimes.
Right.
I mean, is it perfect now? No. But it does kind of show you if all the cars were driving themselves and they could communicate with each other, there would be hardly any problem because we would just come to an intersection and the car would ask to the world, it would say with radio waves, hey, can I go? And then another car could go, no. And then it could go, hypothetically, why not? And it'd go, I'm going 500 miles an hour down this road, and I'm going, okay, you're good. And then it could,
Right.
okay, I'm crossing now, and it could have done that in a split second. So that's kind of where I want also people to be thinking that this software of like, where is the road is actually a little bit more important in some ways than intersections because those could be handled with infrastructure in particular places.
This is just historic to me. I'm so glad to be a part of it because I think someday we're going to look back and this is going to be a historical change for humans that a lot of us are now either not knowing about. I mean, ask a lot of your friends who don't know about Teslas and they don't know this is going on, or they've got the wrong picture about it. So I'm just glad to be a part of it, and I'm actually part of the data generation.
Yeah.
I'm the data generation.
Yeah. So, let us know what you think. Let us know if there's any other tests that you want us to do. I know that we went from Lowell, the worst city to drive in practically in America, to
Like rural driving.
rural back roads. But we wanted to show you some snow footage, so we had to drive up north that's what is up there.
Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next week. Now you know.